Greetings, sports fans. Welcome to the Brown Deer Park Picnic Area number 2 for the 2013 MHC Championship game between All Tool and the Irish Pub Ninjas. I'd like to welcome to the booth Rob McCommons, captains of Slims. Welcome, Rob.
Thank you, Andy. It's good to be here. Great day for hurling and a great day for a championship game.
It's going to be a wild game today. These two teams do not like each other. They don't really like anybody, I don't think. So I expect this to be a very hard-fought match. They did meet each other a couple weeks ago, but they're different teams now.
Yes, very different teams. Irish Pub has been on a roll, and it looks like opening ball goes to
number 12 for Irish Pub, taking the ball down the left line.
Running down. I think that might, it looks like it's stopped in the halfback line by Tools in blue.
A bit of a scrum here. That might be Fu coming up with a nice clear out the right side. But waiting for it is Teddy Ritz. Dishes it back in, across the goal, looking like we're going to be going for our first puck out of the game by goalie Pat Minster. Short puck out to number 13 of All Tool. Little dish out to midfield line, just past the 65. Putting it into play for the vaunted Tater, Nick Ritz, one of the highest powered full forwards we have in the club. Irish Pub's defense has been one of the most impressive defenses all year this year, allowing the fewest total points and among the lowest in goal totals as well. So this should be a heck of a game as Irish Pub versus All Tool's very high-powered offense.
Yeah, that's right. Irish Pub has Brian Lynch, and they've got Chris Service really anchoring their lines in the backfield on the defensive side. Looks like we have a 65 here. Looks like Steve Schmid, co-captain of All Tools, is stepping up to take that one. Wind is definitely going to be a factor here today, no doubt about that. That gusts seem like they're coming in about 20 miles an hour, so you got to really gauge it just right.
We've also got a crosswind, which is pretty unique here. A lot of time it's blowing north to south or south to north. So short 65, maybe nerves got to him a little bit there. Teddy Ritz, second-year player for us this year, really starting to come into his own. Nicely contested ball.
Yeah, that was a beautiful pickup, beautiful clear. Now Austin Geisler with the ball, number 13.
Schmidt running free at the half, at the midfield, as Teddy is a little bit more of a offensive-minded player than a defensive-minded. So we'll see how that plays out today.
Yeah, and you're right. You know, the opening minutes here of the game, I think we're just a couple minutes in. You can definitely tell that nerves are keeping people a little jumpy. People will settle in here after just a little bit. Steve Schmid going to be able to take another crack at it, and that is much better.
The lockdown defense for Irish Pub picks that up nicely and clears it out to Teddy Ritz. A nice little fake there at midfield and a hook by Stephen Schmidt. Little fight at midfield. Teddy comes away with a nice hand pass.
Beautiful.
Sends it down. Should fall about the 6-yard line. All Tool defense is there. Timmy Dabrowski, co-captain for Irish Pub at full forward. Not known for his wheels, known for his stick. And then there is Captain Tony Garr putting it into play. That's an early, is that a goal? That's an early goal for Irish Pub. And this is exactly how they started last time these two faced.
Yeah, that was just, I think the wind was a factor on that one. It's hard to kind of gauge. I think it took a couple of wild bounces, and it's just the way things happen sometimes.
Got a sideline cut coming in for Irish Pub. Looks like Brian Lynch is going to come out for the full line to take it for Pub. A little bit of a worm burner there. Out to Irish Pub, maintains possession. Who is that number 12? He's really playing nicely out there for Irish Pub.
Ryan Schubert. Yeah, I believe it's Ryan Schubert, yes.
All right, nice early point. We are at 1 goal, 1 point for Pub to nothing for All Tool. Teddy Ritz, nice possession after a flubbed catch by Stephen Schmidt. Dombrowski goes for it, and that's going to cost him a little bit of gas from the old Pink there.
Yeah, that's right. May not be known for his wheels, but I think he sure showed him off right there.
All Tool, possession. Nice block down by Schubert. He's playing a heck of a game out there right now. See if he can maintain.
Whereas Ryan Schubert missed last year with the MHC, spent time in Montana doing some other traveling, but it's a welcome addition back. It's good to see him.
Sideline cut for Altool here, looking to maintain or gain some offensive continuity as we go. Nice cross to the middle of the field into the mixer. Teddy Ritz coming away with the ball again, up to Liam Roush, one of the younger studs on this club, come up from the youth program. Puts it in. Timmy Dombrowski with the ball on the 6 and loses it out of bounds.
You know, one of these times, if the ball keeps moving down there, Tim is going to get his hands on it, and he can turn and fire like anybody else in the club. So far, go ahead, Andy.
Go ahead.
So far, all Tools really needs to kind of generate a little juice here on their offense. So far,
hard shoulder tackle by Fu. Zatz, I believe, is his last name, on to Teddy Ritz, who is a passionate player at best. Tony Gar is going to take the, what appears to be about an 80-75 free in. Well played ball, but it's going to be taken out by the wind. Altool chooses to play the ball instead of letting it go out the end line, and there's Liam again, puts it back into play. Nice point for Liam from the right side.
I think that's Liam's first of the game. And so far, Irish Pub are showing that offense that has just been stellar all season.
Schubert again with disrupting the Altool flow there at half field. Stephen Schmidt with an early hard tackle. They maybe get the Altool passion rolling.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, you know, they definitely got the foul on that one. But, you know...
an early yellow by, who do we have there? That is the referee Mike Stute, one of the captains for McBob's, gives them an early yellow, going to try to maintain control of this game early on. Ball sent into the 6, Altool. Defense is looking good, aside from that early goal. A couple points can't be helped, but...
Yes, and I think this is Ryan Brown, I believe this is, with the nice hand pass up to Austin Geisler. Austin with a wonderful clear, and now we're going to see a little bit of Altool's offense here, at least they hope.
Brian Lynch versus Tater, that's a tough battle. We're going to be watching that one all day. Tater with possession, there should be a point, but he pushes it wide right. Ryan McCulley for Irish Pub, this is I think his 3rd or 4th year in the box, and he's really starting to come into his own. He allowed some of the fewest goal totals of the year, but he had a very strong defensive line in front of him.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, there's no doubt about that. You cannot over compliment that back line for the Pub, but Ryan has really had a great season. I think the best season that I've seen for him here in the MHC. He's just really blocking with his feet, with his stick, with his hands, and he's getting that puck out nice and far too.
Yeah, the puck out is really what takes a couple years for the goalies to get. He brings a soccer mentality to the position, and spent a lot of his early years diving and trying to kick the ball away. And I think he's really started to figure out what moves work best for him this year.
Yeah, and it served Irish Pub well.
Free in by Tony Gar goes wide right. It looks like that wind is really starting to push that ball out to the right and to the left for Altool. Austin Geisler serves it up to Fu. Tony Gar hot on the chase, looking for the hook. Little hook, but he got it out.
This is Richard Herbers running, chasing down the ball. Steve Schmidt ends up with it.
Early call on Tony Gar, also known for his physical play. Once again, Mike Stute takes control of the game, blows it dead. We're going to have a 65, essentially free in for Stephen Schmidt and Altool.
Yeah, and I'm sure people listening to this will definitely notice the wind.
Again to the left, wind pushes it out. Little scrum in the southeast corner of the pitch. Altool desperately trying to get something going here about halfway through the first quarter. Irish Pub impressive as they have been all year so far, in their control. ended up being a pretty high-scoring team, but early on they were known for their lockdown defense and just going about their business on offense. But later in the season, they started pouring it on offensively.
Yeah, and you mentioned Liam Roush has been a great addition. Teddy's really stepped up his game. Austin Geisler, others that have really kind of taken over in that midfield area, mid and half forward area.
Looks like the beverage cart has showed up. Thank you, Clara. Brought us a couple of ice-cold Paps to the press box. Oh, and some brownies. Thank you, ladies.
The press box can be bribed, by the way. Yep. Tater with the swing and it's high. And they are going to keep that in. Dangerous here for Pub.
We've got Kathy O'Loughlin anchoring the defensive side. Usually one of an offensive wing, but Irish Pub might be trying a little something different this quarter.
And it was effective there. And a nice, easy... Oh, and Teddy comes
Teddy
up
Ritz again. Oh, almost a hook, but he got it through. It's going to be a sideline cut for Altool.
Altool yet to score. This has so far been on the scoreboard side has certainly been nothing but Irish Pub. Again, the wind could be a factor with that, though, and so at the half, that may really help to settle that down.
Weak sideline cut by Altool. That appears to be Jesse Heeb on the far side, having a heck of a year. Really came into his own this year. Nice physical play and hitting the ball well.
Yeah, I actually had to mark up against Jesse. I would give him lots of compliments. He is really, I think his stick has really caught up with his feet, and he has been fast on the field. I know he's going to be disappointed with that sideline cut, but he has been having a great season.
Sideline cut for Irish Pub. Tony Garr taking it. Oh, it's a free in. My bad. Maybe next year we'll have some elevated seating so we can see the whole field.
I like it. Now that is a heck of a hand pass from Gavin Manti, I think, up to Austin Geisler.
The Manti boys have been fixtures in this club for many years. Of course, Killian has come up through the youth program, and Gavin has been playing for several years as well. Dangerous play on
Pub, I think.
On Pub.
He's going to turn this around.
Altool taking a free. No. Call is on Altool.
Oh, it is.
Irish Pub, free in from about 50. Should be an easy point, aside from the win for Tony Garr. Nice high arcing hit, but the wind pushes it wide again. They're going to have to figure out this win soon.
Yeah, I think Tony's going to be frustrated with that one for sure.
Nice puck out from Pat Minster, one of the longtime goalies in the league, but it falls right back in the hands of Tim Roush. Sends it back into the 6, through the hands of the Altool defense. Timmy Dombrowski giving chase, or is that Scotty Ward? Similar body types, it's tough to tell from this angle.
I think that is Tim in there, and I think that was Chris Cadrich with the clear. He did a nice job running it up the sideline there, dishing it off. But Legion is going to have to really turn on. They have to figure out this midfield area before if they have any hopes of getting on the scoreboard.
Chris Cadrick has played a couple of periods in goal this year and has done a really nice job. It'll be interesting to see how Altool plays its cards today. Looks like we do have a number of subs out, so they might have to play some chess today with 4 subs over on the sidelines. Everybody shows up for championship day. Whether you're hurt or not, you come to play. And in the Milwaukee Hurling League, if you show up, you get 3 quarters.
That's right.
Nice puck out by Pat Minster. Steve Schmidt tripped over something.
Schmidt, I think, got a little tripped up there. I don't think there's anything intentional, but he's slow on the get up, that's for sure.
65 off the end line on Altool. Let's see if Irish Pub can continue to pour it on. One of the hotter days we've had this year at the pitch. We've had a beautiful summer here, and aside from the wind, I think the wind is actually helping with the heat today. But it could have been a really brutal day without this wind.
No doubt about that. Boy, that was a beautiful chip shot there from Tony. I think everybody was looking for the long hit in on the 65. He got it to Liam Roush, who just wasn't able to convert. I think, again, that wind is just pushing it, as you said, everything to the right, to the east.
Chris Kadrich again for All-Tool, but the ball slips through one-handed back into Timmy. This should be a nice point for Timmy Dombrowski.
And there's Tim with that. What a great touch! Light touch, quick turn, ball over the bar. And it's just what he's known for, and what a beautiful play.
Liam again on the puck out brings it back in for Irish Pub.
Nice little scrum going on out in the middle here. Still unclear who's going to come up with the ball out of this.
Tony Gar versus an unnamed player for All-Tool, number 13.
Ref's calling it tight. I think we're going to have a throw-in on this.
That's your co-captain out there, Matt Ebert. Matt Ebert for Slims, one of the longer-standing refs as well. I believe they are instructed to keep a closely called game, especially early on today, because these two teams are known for getting out of hand.
Yeah, and that's a smart call when it comes to refereeing.
Oh, there's a brutal hit.
Is
trying to get inside of Teddy Ritz's head, maybe. He's known for his fiery play. Ryan Braun trying to fire up the All-Tool defense.
Yeah, All-Tool's half back and full back line. Seen lots of action so far. Lots of action.
Free in from wide right. Nice point by Tony Gar.
Beautiful point. Tough angle. Nice job. I think maybe because he was hitting to the west. Might have helped that ball a little bit. That's through Richard Herbers. I think this is Dieter Hanneman here, I think.
Tough position for All-Tool to play the ball over the top. We've got to be in the waning minutes here of this quarter. All-Tool possesses into the defensive end. Nice shot on goal and a heck of a save by Ryan McCauley. Nicely done.
Sure was. Again, with a great leap. Stick parallel to the ground. Beautiful grab.
65 in for All-Tool off the beautiful save by Ryan McCauley. We've got Steven Schmidt here trying to send it back in. Put All-Tool on the board. See if he can. Wind dies down for this one. Let's see if he can dial it in. Nice pickup.
Yeah, and if you're All-Tool,
nice serve,
really
and it's going to
go
left.
I think that's going left, though. Yes, it is. And I don't think the wind was a factor on that. I think it might have been nerves more than anything. Again, I think people still settling in. Seeing a lot of jittery, jumpy stuff. But I think this might be coming back to Tools. And no, we've got out. On Tools, that should be an Irish Pub cut.
Sideline cut by Teddy Ritz here. Nicely played across the field. Not a lot of height, but a lot of distance over to Tony Gar. Spin move across. Black free.
I think you got a poke at him there. I think Austin Geisler got a poke at him. And you cannot do that to Tony. You cannot do that to Irish Pub too often.
We've got a free in here from about 70, 72 yards. Oh, flat hit in. Jesse Heeb possesses in front of Liam Roush. Spin move. Nice block down by Liam Roush.
Liam Roush with a great block down, and we got another call.
Anna Dombrowski gets in the mix there. Anna's known for her great leadership in this club, been with us for a long time.
And with that, that is the first quarter. It's a little bit of a water break on a hot day. What a beautiful day, though, for a great championship game.
At the end of the first, we've got 1 goal, 4 points for Irish Pub for a total of 7 to no goals, no points for All-Tool. And we'll be right back after this break.